morning, everyone, and welcome to this webinar on texting your way to more sales and how you can integrate SMS and Viber messaging into your CRM to fuel growth. My name is Paul Battisson. I am the CEO and founder of Groundwork Apps, a Salesforce ISV partner that focuses on building apps that are going to allow you to get quick return on investment and are quick and easy for you to install and manage. I'm really excited to be here today to talk about our Macenta for Salesforce application that allows you to send messages from Salesforce quickly and easily using the Macenta API messaging platform. The setup for this application is literally 5 minutes, and so within 5 minutes you can have the app installed and be sending a text message from Salesforce to your customers or prospects. In today's webinar, we're going to talk a little bit about the benefits of having CRM and messaging integrated, why text messaging and Viber messaging are so important as a channel, the importance of choosing the right partner, and we'll then see a demo of the application with a couple of simple use cases for you to see how easy it is for you to send messages. So without further ado, let's just jump in and start talking about why SMS messaging and Viber messaging is so important to you for increasing your conversion and increasing your revenue and growing it. Firstly, SMS has an industry-leading conversion rate. Over 98% of messages that are sent are received and opened. This is much, much higher, over 4 times higher in fact, than email messaging, which is only at 22%. Now, I just want you to stop and think about how big an impact that would have on your business, just this simple fact alone. That if you took, if you took some of the messages you were sending via email today, converted them to SMS and sent them out, and had 4 times the number of people click and open, what that would do to your revenue growth. And so adding in this option as an instantaneous channel for communication, as a timely channel for communication, where you want to have high conversion quickly and effectively, is going to be a game changer for allowing you to communicate more effectively with your prospects and customers, but also to increase your conversions and grow your sales. And I say instantaneous because I'm not on about here replacing your email communications and email marketing completely. I'm on about using them for timely and relevant communications that matter. And this is where SMS really stands out as well. Both SMS and Viber messages are instantaneous communications. What that means is that you send a message, it is received, and someone's phone, which is always within hand's reach, is there vibrating and alerting them and notifying them they have this message. As we've heard, and as I've just mentioned, 98% of messages are delivered and read versus 22 for email. On top of that, within 90 seconds, 94% of messages are actioned. So again, just take a moment and think about the level of change that would have on your business. If you had 100 messages you were sending out that needed some form of real-time interaction or short-term interaction to move a sale ahead or convert a prospect, how big that differential would be to your business and how much extra business you would win from that. It's also a global reach system. Whereas with email, you're required to have network connectivity for you to be able to download the email and view it and then take an action by visiting a website or some other system normally. With SMS, the message can come through onto your device. It'll be open and actioned instantaneously, and you can share links, so you can direct people to web pages if you want, but you can also have communications back through inbound messages. And what this means is that if you're an organization that wants to work globally, you can start to communicate with everyone no matter where they are, and you can send and receive data in near real time versus email, where it's far more asynchronous and you're less likely to get that conversion. So for a business, it's fairly clear to see why having SMS messaging and Viber messaging as a key channel within your business is going to help you grow and convert that revenue. There's also a number of reasons why you'll want to integrate your CRM into this as well. And CRM with email and with text and Viber messaging allows you to engage customers and prospects at scale correctly. So the first thing you'll be able to do is have hyper-personalized messaging. So having all that data you have in your CRM, you can then use that to target messages to the user that are both personalized, so they have information that is for the customer and prospect in there, but is also personalized based upon their preferences. So for example, one organization that we're working with distributes farm products, so things like fertilizers, soil additives, things like that for farming. One of the things we want to be able to, or we're working on doing with them, is enabling them to see what type of goods the farm is producing, so that then they can send targeted messages around goods that are related to that to the farmers. So if, for example, the farmer is farming an arable product, so a crop, they will receive messages around soil fertilizer that is appropriate for that crop. If they're instead farming livestock, they will receive messages around livestock feed. And that's really, really important to get these contextual, helpful messages out there, because they're going to, again, increase that conversion rate and ensure that people are actually responding to those messages and acting upon those messages. And that data only comes from within your CRM, where you can store it all together. But on top of that, you can use the power of the Salesforce platform to automate the sending of these messages through workflows. And with the use of Salesforce Flow to create these workflows, we can now start to send out these hyper-personalized targeted messages in near real time when it matters. And this not only allows us to send out marketing and sales messages to increase conversion, but also allows us to offer a service effectively to our customers and prospects. So taking that same example for the farm products organization, one of the things we're working on doing with them is taking data that they receive from a weather data supplier, using that data to determine whether there's a specific set of fertilizer or crop that should be sent out based upon the weather forecast. So certain items within farm you can only do within certain weather conditions and time windows. And so this organization is looking at what they might be selling to the customer, when might be the best time to sell it, so they can plan both their stock and also the delivery to the customer, i.e. the farmer, and so the farmer can use it. There's no point in the farmer getting a bunch of seed too late and being unable to plant it because it's wet. They want to make sure they can bring that in and they can plan their inventory up front as well. So just something simple like that, having that data feed and sending that real-time communication and getting that back from the farmer, can allow them to manage their inventory process much, much more efficiently, as well as providing a service to the farmer through those weather data updates, just by the use of those simple messages, which if they were working with email, wouldn't be as timely and wouldn't be as useful. And the final thing is that all this data is living and breathing within Salesforce, so you can report upon it in a comprehensive manner. One of the top features I always find about Salesforce is its reporting and dashboards that allow you to report on any data within Salesforce quickly and easily. And by having all of our data stored within Salesforce and only using Macento as the sending platform, you can then report on all of that quickly and easily alongside any other data. And we'll see an example of that in our demo in a minute. Excuse me. So before we jump into the demo, I just want to talk about the importance of selecting the right messaging partner as well, and why we feel that Macento is the best partner for sending these messages and why we've chosen to partner with Macento. First reason is compliance, and there's two sides to this compliance. The first is things like GDPR regulations and ensuring that you're not sending to people who haven't opted in, and Salesforce can help you manage all those preferences, communication options really, really well. Okay, and that's kind of, again, where that CRM integration works nicely. The other side of compliance, though, is ensuring that you are sending compliant messaging out for the geography and the location you're in. So as a prime example, depending upon where you are in the world, there are different regulations about whether you can send messaging around gambling, around alcohol, tobacco, or other restricted products, and who you can send them to. Macento as a partner will help you understand what messages you are sending and whether you are sending them compliantly or not. This will make it really, really effective for you to be able to send these messages, stay on top of the regulations, but also ensure that you're set up for success properly, because you don't want messages being sent and not delivered effectively, or you don't want to have the brand reputational risk that comes with sending ineffective messages. Secondly is security. Macento's API is extremely secure. They encrypt all their data using SHA-256. And one of the nice things about the integration between Salesforce and Macento that we have is that every single part of that is encrypted in transit, but every single part of that is secure as well, using the correct authentication tokens that are secured effectively. So whether it's sending a message outbound, where messages are received by Macento and sent out, or messages coming inbound from Macento to Salesforce, we can ensure that they're only being sent and received by the correct delivery provider. And also one of the things that Macento does as well is actively ensures that you are not having spam or fake messages sent out on your account and in artificially inflated volumes. If you go to the Macento site, you can see some great examples where they've worked with other organizations to lower down the number of messages being sent a month, reducing their bills by up to 80% sometimes, because of artificially inflated traffic that other message providers and senders don't worry about. And again, this ties very importantly into that security and compliance piece, because different, the number of regulations and the number of compliance needs that sending organizations have now. So, and by that I mean the network operators are enforcing and providing is ever increasing, and Macento ensuring they stay on top of that and ahead of that to keep you aware and available with it. As a prime example, we had one situation with a customer where they were sending in the UK, and when they were getting people to fill out the data, we'd restricted it so they could only send messages within the UK because they didn't want to send that anywhere else. So it was only within the United Kingdom. They had some of their people come on board who were signing up and were submitting numbers from different areas of Europe. So some from Russia, some from France, some from Italy, and all different locations where they've been told to provide a UK number. And so when any of those numbers were added, they were blocked from being sent to, and the person was notified separately to tell them that they need to provide a valid number. And this ensures that the costs are maintained and controlled, and ensures that you aren't getting artificially inflated traffic from areas that often are used by scammers and spammers to try and access data. And that reliability from doing so is key as well. By ensuring that you're not sending data incorrectly, you're not sending messages to the incorrect places, you're not having your numbers blocked. So if you, for example, in the UK are trying to send messages to certain locations and you haven't approved that, your number can get classified as a spam number. Ensuring that you have these numbers registered with the providers as well ensures that you can continue using them in an ongoing fashion. Some providers will go away and allow one group to share a set of numbers rather than providing you with a number each, and that is not a good practice. And so going through here and having a single number that's provided allows you to get those messages delivered reliably, and Macento has an industry-leading rate for delivery and reliability as well. And then finally is costing. One of the things that we worked very hard with Macento on was ensuring that the costing for this solution was quick and easy. As you'll see, if you go and visit the App Exchange listing, which we have at the end, the Macento for Salesforce product that we provide has a single fixed price per month per org, per month per org, rather than a per user cost. That's because for us, it doesn't matter if you have 1 user or 1,000 users using it, you're still going to be sending messages, and for the integration app, it doesn't matter. So there's a single fixed monthly cost for the Salesforce app per environment that scales as you grow, and then you have your cost per message. As we mentioned, with active fraud detection, Macento helps to keep those costs low and easy for you to work with. So I'm now going to jump over and show you a demo of the application, how you can use it in some different scenarios. So first thing we're going to do is hop over here, and you can see the Salesforce org that we're logged into with our Macento for Salesforce overview dashboard. Now, I mentioned that all of the data we have is stored within Salesforce, and you can see here that we've got a simple dashboard with some very nice reports that show us who's sending messages and how many messages have been sent per day. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over to our contacts, and we're going to find our buyer, Howard Jones. We can see here that we're using all native Salesforce features and functionality as well. So our messages lists are here. There's a related list. We also have it here. We have our out-of-the-box component here, and this component allows us to send SMS or Viber messages directly from a record. So it's pulling this number in here, which is a mobile phone number from, from the contact record itself. And if we were to change this number, refresh the page, it will pull through the new number as well. So it's nice and easy for us to keep the data up to date and make sure that we're sending them messages to the right people. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send a message from this component, and I could choose SMS or Viber. I'm going to send SMS because I have my phone message set up ready to show my SMS messages. And we're going to say, "Hi Howard, hope you are well. Can we confirm a call for Friday?" And I'm just going to hit send, and that message is then successfully sent. Now in the background, that's obviously going and calling the APIs on Macenta. And what I'm just going to do is, if I hop over here to my phone, you can see that I've received that message today at 9:57 saying, "Hi Howard, hope you're well. Can we confirm a call?" And it's even got my typo of the capitalized I in there. You can also see here within Salesforce that this has then brought up the message, and it's recorded as a message record. We can go in and see the information related to this message. So the type of message, the fact that it was sent, we have whether it was called or not, any errors, if any errors occurred. And we go back to our Macenta for Salesforce dashboard and refresh. We should be able to see, yep, that 33 messages have now been sent, and that one was sent today. So it gives us this interesting and useful breakdown of all of the data we want and we need, so that we can ensure that our messages are coming through properly. So that's a very nice, simple example of being able to send a message from Salesforce quickly and easily. And the setup for this application took 2 minutes. We installed the package that took about 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes to install. We configured our connection through the configuration tab, entering our username and password and our delivery reporting URL. And then finally, we updated our page to add our contact on our contact page, to add our out-of-the-box component on there, so it's quick and easy for anyone to use. So that's nice and effective for us to be able to send messages quickly and easily. But we can also automate the sending of messages based upon different actions that occur in the system. So what I'm going to do now is just hop over to a example site that I built for this org. And this is just a simple Salesforce Experience Cloud site. You could be any website. And what I've got is I've got a lead capture form on here for Solar Stars. And so I'm going to fill out this lead capture form, and I'm going to fill it out as May Dup, and I'm going to put in a mobile number for her. And I put in her email, at groundworkapps.com. And so May is filling out a lead capture form here on the Solar Stars website that will allow her to ask for more information. And what we're going to do is we're going to press sign up. And in the background, that's going to go away, and that's going to create a lead within Salesforce for us. And then we're going to have some logic run. So again, standard lead capture form, nothing too crazy, nothing too mad or fancy on that. And if we just refresh, we'll see May come in a minute. And when May is entered into the system, we'll then be able to see that she's received a message, and that message has come through correctly for us. There you go. We can see May in today's leads. And we can see here that May has come in appropriately, and we've got all the information we need from May there. And you can see here that we've got a message now that's come through as well. That message is personalized, saying, "Hi May, thank you for your interest in solar panels." And if I go back over to my phone, you may have heard it buzz in the background there. You can see here that this personalized message has come in. So "Hi May," and the message that we want from our team. And that's been automated. I haven't touched anything for that to be sent out. That's just come through. And that's using our out-of-the-box Salesforce flows. And so if I open up our system here, and I just go into our flows. Apologies, this page must have closed in the background. And we have a very simple flow here that allows us to send a SMS message. Now, as you can see, any admin, any developer, any consultant could do this quickly and easily, where all we've got is a very, very, very minor requirement, so that we have a mobile phone, and then we're calling our Apex action here. We're choosing we're choosing a message, which is a template. We're sending it to our phone number, and we're sending it and attaching it to our record. And if we want to see what that text template is like, what we've got here, oops, wrong link, is we have the use of dynamic fields and personalization within the message here. I've got it as a plain text, so it comes through nicely on our SMS. Could also have rich text if I was sending it via Viber. And it comes through here and just displays nicely. So this shows how quickly and easily you can send personalized messages at scale to new leads as they come in as well, and add that into your workflow. So if you wanted to have a link included in here to a calendar so that they could choose their time for you to come through and actually meet with them, you could do so. If you wanted to give them an option for a callback, you could do so in there as well. So there's a number of different things you could do in there, but it's really quick and easy for you to do this. Another prime example of a use case is when an opportunity is closed won and you want to send out an invoice or a link to an invoice, you can do so and it will allow them to go through and pay it. We also have an Apex API that I'm not going to demonstrate today, but can be used as well for us to be able to send messages via Apex should you have needs for your developers to do so. And as you can see here, if we just refresh quickly as well, that we have here the additional messages that have come through nicely for May. There we go. It's just taking a second as I'm streaming, and we have the additional messages come through for May today. So with that demo in mind, let's just jump back over to our presentation. And I just want to reiterate that Macenta for Salesforce, the application, allows you to send these reliable Viber and SMS messages at scale and makes messaging for Salesforce easy. So you can automatically send one-off or bulk messages. The flow action we've just seen allows for bulk message sending as well, so you can send hundreds of messages you wish. There's a global network of over 800 operators in 197 countries that Macenta has. There's truly global scale that is added into your Salesforce org here. There's fraud detection and industry-leading data protection to ensure that your data is secure and that your messaging is compliant. And more importantly, we have a simple per org fee and a usage-based sending cost. So there's no surprises in what you're going to be paying. There's no additional charge as you add more users or add more automation or logic on there. You pay for the messages you're sending, you pay for the integration app so that you get the support, and it's send easy. So thank you very much for attending today. I hope you found this useful and interesting, and you've kind of seen some use cases of how you could start to send messages from Salesforce to really enhance your revenue and growth. If you want to find out more, you can go to link.groundworkapps.com/M4SF or use the QR code below. That will show you the app exchange listing where you can view more information, and you can reach out to us if you want to see a trial or a more bespoke demo. Thank you so much for attending, and I look forward to any questions that we might now have.